Welcome back to another video, everyone. So this video is basically DLC to the video that I posted earlier. I made a video talking about the new Crash mobile game that's coming out called Crash Bandicoot on the Run. The official verified accounts for the game came out a few days ago and they've been posting hints about it. But today they dropped the trailer, they dropped like the pre-registration links and everything. And so I made a short video just talking about it, but after I posted that, we got a bit more information about the game. There's a whole interview right now on GameSpot, which I'm going to link down below. It's quite long. GameSpot spoke with Steven Jarrett, creative leader of Crash Bandicoot on the Run, about how the studio stayed true to Crash's legacy and its plans to support it long term. Now there's one bit in here that I'm going to be focusing on in this video. I thought it was really interesting. There's also some information about monetization in the game, which a lot of people are of course interested in and have been speculating about, so I'll quickly go over that as well. But first of all, let's talk about what's in the title. So over the past year, as the CTR Nitro Fuel Grand Prix have been coming out, we've seen the return of quite a few obscure Crash characters from previous games, like Yo-Yo Panda, who was in the two mobile kart racing games, Rilla-Roo, who was only ever in Crash Bash, characters that I think most people would have never expected to make a return. There's a few characters that didn't make it to Nitro Fueled, and one of them is actually going to be making an appearance in Crash Bandicoot on the Run. This is perhaps the most obscure Crash character ever. I'm very shocked by this. How many bosses from the old Crash games are we going to see? Oh man, so we're pulling really deep. One of my favorite ones is that in, I believe it was 1998, there was a Tiger Electronics 99X handheld, and that has a boss in it called Mr Crumb. This is probably a bit cheeky of us, but he's kind of a fan favorite. People were petitioning to get him into a Crash game, so we thought, oh man, we have to add him into our game. That's quite a deep lost boss that's going to appear in our game. And then because of themes of portals, we can bring in a lot of old bosses and fan favorites as we actually create the game. When you create the mobile game, it has to last for years, right? Releasing it is when you really start working on the game because you're writing seasons. Having all of this Crash history to pull from is just like, it's great. Mr Crumb. This is, again, like a character from a handheld, like Tiger Electronics 99. I don't even know what that is. I'd say this is the most obscure Crash character ever. You know, Yo-Yo Panda, she was in a mobile game, but this is just next level. And I'm happy about this. I like it when an old character gets like a redesign. They get brought back up to date, you know. I really do like that. I loved it in Nitro Fueled. And I really do like the idea of Mr Crumb, you know, a ghost character. An updated design of him would look really cool, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing how he looks in this game. And as they mentioned in the second paragraph, they're going to be continuing to work on the game. They say mobile games have to last for years, right? So they're going to continue to add stuff pulling from Crash's history. And that means the possibilities for characters in this game is going to be endless, because if they're going to add Mr Crumb, if they've dug that deep into Crash's history to get a character, then any other character is possible. So yeah, I think that's really cool. People wanted Mr Crumb in Nitro Fueled, and I don't think that's going to happen at this point. I still have a bit of hope that there's going to be one more update, and I don't know what it would include, but I don't know if it's just a dream at this point. I think it actually might be over, but he didn't make it to Nitro Fueled, it looks like, but at least he's coming back in this game. So you'll be adding more bosses and more seasons. How's that going to work? And can you talk at all about how monetization will work? Yeah, it's absolutely free to play. It would have been really easy to monetize Crash through lives, right? I mean, that's a common thing in free-to-play games, but we decided not to do that in this game. Mainly because dying in Crash is kind of fun. He has all these great death animations, and also as a runner and based on Crash, you want to take risks to get certain items. And I didn't like the idea of being punished for dying for taking those risks. So if you die in our game, you are not penalized at all. You keep everything you've collected, and we encourage you to take crazy gameplay risks to kind of do things. We're looking at adding battle passes for the game, and we're hoping players will invest in the game through customization of Crash and Coco. But we're still working on monetization at the moment. We're definitely not planning to do the obvious, which is to put energy in the game or to monetize through lives. So that's what he has to say about monetization. Then down below you've got how will seasons work. The current plan is to, as the game gets past launch, we're releasing some steady theme seasons with new stories and new kind of crazy plans from Cortex and various other characters. And there'll be battle passes attached to that with customization. They also mentioned these things called challenge runs. These runs are for the hardcore Crash platformers, right? You unlock time trials, you unlock challenge runs. These are there for the more die-hard players. So I would say the core of the game is for everyone, and then there's these really cool challenge runs for the more daring players. It's a lot more than I thought this game would be, to be completely honest. I thought it would just be like a endless run of it. It seems like they actually care about this and have a lot more planned for it than I originally thought. Again, the interview is quite long, so I'm going to link it down below if you want to read the whole thing. I just wanted to focus on the Mr. Crumb thing because I think that is so cool, and the monetization part too, because I think everyone's been wondering ever since it got leaked what they're going to do for monetization. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. enjoyed. Let me know down below what you think about this game after learning a bit more about it through this interview. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you all in my next video.